I forgot to add myself to the stream. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good midday, good lunch hour, wherever you are. And hi, welcome to the House of Flux. I'm your girl, Flux. No, I don't like that. I'm Flux. I'm not your girl. I'm not your girl, bud. I'm not your bud guy. I'm not your guy friend. I'm not your friend, dude. I'm not your dude, sir. I'm not going to go into this. How's everybody doing? Oh no, Rose, your dog got sick? Oh, she's going to be back. Evening, AP. How's it going? It's good to see everybody. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, let everybody kind of come in, let the notifications hit a minute. What's up, my girl Jess in the house? What's up, Jessica Reloaded? Oh, and my best girl, Valhalla Waits. How are you, girl? How are you? Oh, we've got the arch nemesis in the house. Most hated gay lesbian on eBay. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I had an eBay account because I was going to start selling my paintings and doing all that. And then without warning, eBay was like, we suspended your account because we think you risk the eBay community. And I'm like, me? Risky? What the fuck would give you the impression of that? I don't even get it. What's up, Crips and Queen? First live I've been able to catch in a while. Well, it's good to have you here. I'm glad you were able to catch it. I'm not your girl either, Flux. I got you, Ed. eBay is no place for a lesbian. Apparently eBay hates lesbians because they were like, you're risky, so you're suspended. And I'm like, wow, I'm saying like a lot. Sorry, I just got to drink my Hib Extra, which I love very much. So yeah, now that we've been dramatic, what's up, Susan? How you doing? I don't want to assume your gender, but how you doing, girl? It's good to have you here. I feel my speech tonight has already been slipping, which is odd because, yeah, I don't know. I realized since I have started this channel that I either slur my words a lot. I get a lot of my words, like, I combine a lot of my words. And it's because I'm trying to speak faster than my mouth is capable of moving. And it turns into one jumbled word instead of a sentence. But, yeah, tonight first of all, thanks, guys. I've hit 1,000 subscribers in a house. What? Woo. Oh, hold on. Party. However, Susan took away like 200 watch hours. So I have the subs, but I don't have the watch hours yet because she took away like 200 watch hours yesterday, which that's a new one for me. I've lost a few subs, here and there, but taking away watch hours, I was like, bitch. Boom. That's what I said. Yep, I speak way too fast. And guys, that's one of the reasons that I do smoke. It helps slow me down because I do move really quick. It's for those vets who know, in the military, it's hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. So you're always moving really fast. And in the civilian world, a lot of it is really slow. And so literally, on probably a daily basis, my boss is like, slow down. I have sticky notes at like all over my desk and cube area. I'm like, slow down, take your time, because I do things so quickly. And typically when I walk through the office, I'm like the fastest person in the office. Every time I walk by one gentleman, he's always like, slow down, or what's up, Speedy, or, you know, stuff like that, because I'm a fast walker. I do things quickly. So I'm trying to slow down. I am taking this opportunity in my life to slow down my roll, uh, and to try and kneel something. Wait, there's a new CEO? Wait, was any of your content removed? Uh, I don't know. I didn't check that far. I was just like, oh, let me check for monetization status. And it was like, watch hours. And I'm like, ooh, ooh, exactly. If you have an extra device, please watch Flux on a loop. Oh, thank you. I thought about doing that. I have actually one. So I was going to try and watch one of my videos. I was going to try and watch one of my videos to like, I cannot stand the sound of my own voice. I don't understand how you people listen to me. I hate the sound of my own voice immensely. I could only tolerate myself for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot listen to this. I turned it all the way down. I cannot listen to myself. My own voice sounds horrible to me. And I hate that you guys have to listen to it. Um, my voice to me sounds a lot deeper. And I know it has to do with, you know, because I'm the one speaking, like the vibrations, everything, your voice tends to sound deeper to yourself. Um, so when you hear it on a playback and you're not actually the one speaking it, that's why your voice sounds different a lot to you, because you're not hearing that vibrate, you're not feeling the vibrations, and you're not hearing the vibrate. It's a whole thing. What's up, the Apostle Steve? It's good to see ya. There's a mute button for a reason. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, glitter fart. I'm the same way. I hate the way my voice sounds on recording echo playback. Sorry, my voice to me right now sounds scratchy. Good thing I can barely hear. What's up, Unhung Hero? Another thing that's really funny to me is one thing that I've noticed now that I use Raycons. Shout out to Raycon. You can sponsor me if you want. It's actually hilarious because in my left ear, I have to have the volume all the way up. All the way up. And then I'm like, okay, I can hear it well. Well, when I put it in on the right side, it's like, oh my God, it's blaring. I have to turn it down. I am so much more deaf in my left ear than I am with my right. And it's super depressing. Raycons will sponsor everyone. Their earbuds are amazing. I love their earbuds. Anyone else getting freeze frames? You getting freeze frames? You know what? There is a possibility that, so because this is technically Mrs. Flux's laptop, because we don't have the PCs up and running yet. I think she is also signed into the laptop, and I think she has the VPN on. So that might be why I'm trying to watch myself a little bit to see if I see the freeze frame at all. but it's weird to watch myself. So, oh, there it is. There was a freeze. Okay. So it doesn't seem like it's too bad of a freeze. So I'm just going to roll with it for now. Wireless earbuds freak you out? Why? They're like extremely amazing. Hold on. I want to. Single ear loss issues is surprisingly common. Really? That's odd because I always thought I would lose the hearing on my right side first because I I need a different mic because I'm very animated when I talk and I hit things a lot. Um, I thought I would go more deaf in my right ear because when I shoot, my ear's right there and I'm like pop, pop, pop. And I don't know. I thought I would lose it in my right ear, but my left ear, I hate it my left ear is also when I'm sitting at my desk, my right ear is like where I can hear the office, and my left ear is just a wall. So I always put my earbud in my left ear, but it's terrible because when I do listen to trials, the court is so low. I have to like have my phone all the way up. And then when I have it all the way up, because of the balancing issues, it gets irritating. But you know how things go. Well, guys, we are already like over 10 minutes into the show and we haven't even started talking about the topics I wanted to, the things we're going to talk about tonight. So now that we're sufficiently into the show, I wanted to say thank you again. I'm going to say it a few times. Thank you for the 1,000 subscribers. That is awesome. We're going to keep growing, keep going, and all that stupid cliche stuff. I just like talking to you guys. I just like hanging out with you guys. And for a lot of us that are law enthusiasts, we are the jury. So I enjoy hearing your takes. I enjoy giving my takes, especially as someone with, I have my criminal justice degree. I wanted to go to law school, but ultimately due to military obligations and stuff, I didn't end up continuing my education. And here I am now. I'm just a lay person with an extreme fascination of the law, our judicial system, and a hatred for the government. So that makes for a great combo. What's up? Been there, done that. I like the handle. That's pretty cool. Steve Gosney in the house. It ain't too late. What's not too late? What's not too late? Guys, everybody write a nasty letter to the Postal Service for damaging the painting that I sent to Steve. Everybody yell at them and tell them they're horrible and, oh, law school. Yeah, but see, okay, Steve, here's the thing. I get a better education from you. I get a better education from you. I get a better education from Andrew. I get a better education from Jeff. I get a better, like, you guys give me a better education than law school could give me, especially right now with all their, woke stuff. You guys are some of the greatest professors. And I think that's why we all love you, is because you do teach us. You do explain and you teach all of us lay people, how things are done. And I would also, I know Andrew always likes a good plug, so I'm going to plug Andrew Bronca's self-defense class. He does, I think it's lawofselfdefense.com. Sorry, I need to get that better. But his class is awesome because it's not it's actual lawyers. Plug Steve's book. I'm going to plug Steve's book. Give me a chance. I'm plugging like actual real law learning, which is Andrew Bronca, The Law of Self-Defense. Because why would you want to learn about stupid shit when you can learn about real stuff? Like substantive, I can't speak right now. It's one of those nights. I should have smoked more. Just kidding. Oh, good Lord. Don't even talk about them earplugs. I know all of you guys on Facebook remember, like, for those class action lawsuits, did you serve between this and this? Did you get these standard issue earplugs? Well, you may be part of a class action lawsuit. Plug American law courses instead. Oh, Steve, are you doing classes? Oh, okay. And also, guys, Steve, his new book, Prepare. Get that book. Pre-order it now. Because 1, it's Steve Gosney. 2, it's Steve Gosney. 3, we're going to, oh, he is. Oh my God. And he's going to start teaching law courses too. Oh my God. I am joining that class. Oh, I'm so excited. You pre-ordered? Awesome. Guys, pre-order the book. Not only because Steve wrote it and it's his life's a culmination of work, which, oh my God, I am so excited to read. First of all, we all know how interesting he is. Second, like he's a lawyer. He has a wealth of knowledge, which all of us know. And that's why we love him, because he'll sit and then, one little question and you get like a 30-minute answer. It is amazing. And it's all beautiful knowledge. It's like all relevant, I'm excited. I'm excited, Steve. I'm gonna look into those. Those classes, his book, which I think you told it. Did you tell Steve? Did you tell people that already did criminal law, teaching criminal procedure in August and constitutional law in the summer? Con law, not me, but one of my teaching heroes. I want to take that class. Con law. If I would, oh, what's up, Camelot in the house? What's up, man? I like your spinning ball. Unrelated. It's yeah, it's the globe. It spins too fast sometimes and makes me dizzy, and I have to like slow it down. But yeah, Steve's book. I painted the image, so I'm super excited, and that's the image. Fluxxing Around is the place to be. Oh, hell yeah. We just chill here and we talk shit. But it's, I lose my train of thought a lot. I jump around a lot. Did you miss anything? So much. We haven't even really started talking about voir dire and jury nullification yet, which I'm super excited to get into, because not enough people know jury nullification and not enough people understand jury nullification. I really got to fix that VPN, because that Twitch is bothering me. ADHD, I feel you, sister. Yeah, it's hard to listen to me sometimes. And that's probably another reason why I hate listening to myself. So is it dear or dire? It's voir dire. Dire. And that is pretty much the process. I do believe we watched the voir dire process for the Murdaugh trial, and that's when, each lawyer goes through, or each side goes through, and they kind of whittle down the jury to kind of the jury that they want, kind of, or as much as they can. And it's mostly to like try and get out biases and stuff like that, or for the prosecution. It's so that they can try and get jurors that'll side with them. And one thing that for me, I would know would be very difficult is to pass voir dire, because I would be, one, a perfect juror for the defense, because I automatically hate the government. If the government is accusing you of anything, it's all bullshit until you can prove otherwise. 100%. And that's how everybody needs to go into, is if you get called into jury duty, you need to go into that trial with the attitude, everything that this guy is charged with is 100% bullshit until the state can offer up their evidence and prove it. And as we were watching the case today, you mean you would be a fair juror? Exactly. Exactly, Steve. A fair juror is someone who does have a bias against the state. Your bias should be against the state, saying, no, this person, oh my God, I'm frozen. Oh, I'm not frozen anymore. God damn it. Hang on. See, and that's the thing. I think the VPN is on the other side, and I don't know what's gonna happen if I don't know what's gonna happen if I try and log into her settings. Actually, let me see if I have the VPN here. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can turn it off because I hate this freezing motion. Am I gone? That was an unflattering face. That was very unflattering. It's still frozen. I really hope it doesn't stay like that forever. I'm here, guys. I'm here. Oh, I feel like it's being stupid now. All I did was turn off the VPN. Right? Oh, we're good. Okay. We're good. All right, I'm going to stop being weird. Back to where we were. Voir dire. I would be the perfect juror for the defense because, again, I have a bias against the state. The state has everything to prove because they have nothing to lose. They have literally nothing to lose. So they have everything to prove. Whereas the defense, they have everything to lose. So they have nothing to prove. That's how I look at it. So getting past voir dire for me, I feel like would be difficult because the prosecution is very good at weeding out those of us that are very anti-government and are very pro-defense and pro people. So I think it's one of those things where I would personally love to serve on jury duty, but that's just because of my spite for the government. Because who is the government to exactly pro individual freedom? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In this particular case that we're going through today, the Zachary Anderson versus Wisconsin, or Wisconsin versus Zachary Anderson. First of all, the state of Wisconsin has still not showed up yet. So He hasn't even been able to face his accuser because the only thing that's in that courtroom that's prosecuting him is a ball sack. Flux, check your email. Okay. I'm checking my email. Ooh, 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 hang on, guys. I think if I can do this properly, which I'm never good at doing. Well, that's a lie. I'm really good at multitasking. I'm just not good at like typing my thoughts while also trying to speak because for, if you're trying to speak and type, you're obviously thinking two separate things at the same time. So Wisconsin versus Anderson is a joke so far. It should never have been brought to trial. Exactly. Basically, the only reason that he's at trial right now is because one lady said his name. One lady said his name, and he's guilty of murder. They built, in my opinion, they built their case around, as soon as she said it was this guy, they built their case around that instead of whatever investigation they could have done. They set their sights on this person and they made the evidence to fit him because there's no body. The amount of blood in that apartment, we have all said it. There was nowhere near enough blood in that apartment to constitute a death. They hey, night terror confession. What? Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can we just talk about their whole case rests upon the fact that this federal informant heard him in his sleep say, die, 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 fucker, die. And then looked him in the eyes and said, yeah, I did it. That's a fucking joke. Are you kidding? Oh, guys. Oh, hold on. I gotta do this. Oh, hold on. The headphone thing is doing the thing. Hold on. Oh my god, I hate these. Okay, we're good. Hi, Steve.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
Oh, I'm pretty good. I saw my friend Flux, and I gotta say, you are just so wonderful, and I am so blessed that you're with me, and I'm so this I will show you. And this is really sad, guys. I'm gonna have to show it to you. Look at that.
Oh no.
Isn't that sad? But look how wonderful this is. Look what Flux. She sent me this painting, and it's so sweet. It made me. I mean, it really. I was so. I went to the
Like,
post office,
uh,
and I was like, oh, it's my thing, and I opened it up, and I'm like, no.
oh my god, that is so terrible. Did you do it with the K bar, Steve?
Yeah. Oh, you're great. I love it.
Oh,
Maybe
I will paint you a new one, and I will put it in like a box or something because
cardboard protection because
yeah, because that was rude. But
I am so
oh,
disappointed in that. But thank you for the invite. And I always say that when I come on these things, I'm just like, Gosney just dominates and takes over, and I don't want to take over. So it's your show.
well,
I will give you as much or as little as you want.
well, see, and that's the thing I was talking about earlier is it's not that you take over, it's that I get so enthralled listening to the education and to the knowledge that you're speaking. And I just love like when I do come on these streams and I end up with a multitude of people, I know I tend to get quiet, but that I'm just absorbing all the information and I just love it so much. Um, that it sometimes, especially like with you and Jeff, I'm like, oh my God, you guys are so smart. And I'm just like,
Well, but but you're younger too. I mean, the thing is
mm,
that we nowadays our culture values youth so much that
mm-hmm,
they've forgotten that there is something to be said for wisdom and experience and age. So a lot of it, it's just I'm 55, I think 54, something like that. I don't
mm-hmm,
even count anymore. But it's like, so I mean, it's just a matter of working on yourself every day to be better,
mm-hmm.
and then and eventually you'll arrive at that place, and so I mean, you have the blessings of youth. When you get frozen, it actually looks good. When I get frozen, it's like so and there's great things. You've got energy, you've got vitality, you've got so many good things, but there is a value for getting older. You actually, older people tend to be happier,
mm,
because as the age, you learn to avoid things that make you unhappy and
mm-hmm.
do more of the things that make you happy.
And like I say this often, I can't wait to get old. I'm
An
probably
old
the old.
soul.
I
Hold on a
know,
second.
right?
Hold on a second. Let me close this door here.
You know, I I can't one, I can't wait to have gray hair. It's the whole I used to dye my hair platinum blonde.
No, don't just your
Yeah.
hair. You've got the best hair.
Oh,
You,
thank
you do.
you.
It's like, I love it. Those long, I mean, long hair. Of course,
Oh yeah.
that's guy stuff. I mean, come on. You're not looking to impress me, but or this side of the wing, or the wing of the house. But still, I mean, you got great hair. You got a lot going on. But you're
Thank
tall
you.
too, aren't you? Tall.
I am. I'm about 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, I mean, when I always think about you being short because you got this picture of all these
Ex-
poles.
Exactly. And it's so funny because, I never knew Polish people to be very tall because my dad is actually on the shorter side. Or my dad was on the shorter side, and I got my height from my mom. And my mom's side, they're all like tall giants. And uh, I never really put two and two together that I'm like, oh, Polish people are extremely big people. And they made me look so small.
Yeah, you do look small there. You look like a tiny person, I don't know where I picked it up that you were taller than average. So it's interesting. Well, I kind of come on, and I don't like to come on unless I have something to say.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do know something about voir dire.
Oh, good.
So I will add to your voir dire discussion and not just have
Yes.
it all about me. So I'll just stand by and let you drive the ship. It's your ship, Flux, the good
Oh,
ship, Flux.
um, no, I was just talking for me. I think, I mean, for a defense attorney, I would be a perfect juror, but I think I would be extremely hard to get past the prosecution because they ask, any bias towards the government? I mean, unless I lie, which I would not lie to get on a jury because
Right.
I do not feel there. I'm very much about honor. Like, I have, I don't know, it's like in the military, we have like leadership. It's the acronym leadership, LDR, as just talking about honor, selfless service, like just your attributes. And for me, my personal honor is like, I don't want anybody to see me as a fraud. I don't want, you know, I want
See, this
everything.
this is why I think that we kind of relate. And when I drill down after writing is a real interesting process because you
Hmm.
really do get to know yourself, and I try to be, I've strived my whole life, or at least in most of my adult life, strive to be as truthful as I possibly can and as honest with myself and others. And it makes life a lot easier to live. You don't have to keep track of everything. It's just like, hey, there's the boy.
What's
Um,
It's
going on,
Val.
Look at,
y'all?
he
Val's
What's
in the
going
snuck
on?
on here.
house.
Oh, Val's in the house.
Hey,
But
listen, Flux and Gosney on one stream. I'm getting in that one. I'm getting in
he's
that one.
horning his way in there.
Always,
But
always.
hey, Valhalla is a good person. No, but you have that honesty, and that is such a critical quality. And like the two things that I don't know if I've discovered, but is I really try to do everything and try to really strive to be as truthful as possible. And I also am a big believer in individual freedom as a core
Hmm.
value. Individual freedom. is the value that really we need to preserve in this country.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we should spread that value throughout the world. That is a precious gift that most of the
Absolutely.
world throughout history has not had.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes us all better. I mean, it makes us happy.
And I agree with that. And, you know, for me, it would be extremely hard for me to convict on any drug crime because, one, drug crimes are tricky because if you're a dealer, you're just selling. I don't think the government, there are certain things I don't think the government should regulate. And yes, that's bad, but we have laws in place to, like, DUIs. You're going to get a DUI regardless if you drink and drive. If you do meth and drive, you're going to get a DWI or whatever they are. If, like, you're at your home in your own personal house and you're like, I want to shoot up some meth, no consequences to anybody else but hurting yourself. If you want to kill yourself, so be it. But I don't think it's the government's place to say, you can't do this, you can't do that. So for me, any drug trial I would be on, I would be very hard pressed to convict. Because I don't think, I would just be like, fuck you, government. They can do whatever they want.
Well, you actually brought up the whole idea of jury nullification, which was a big issue where it was an interesting little battle in the Darrell Brooks trial.
Well, that's because he kept trying to bring it up himself, and it was stupid for him.
Yeah, like that jury is really going to let him off, right? I mean,
nobody in the world would have nullified that verdict. Nobody.
Well, see, and a lot of people actually don't know what jury nullification is, and so I was like, you know what? Let's talk about it. Everybody in this country needs to know about jury nullification because it's one of those things where I believe that ties directly into personal freedom because it has roots back to, you know, when we founded our country, when people were getting arrested for like hiding rebels and stuff, and the people were like, yeah, no, we're not going to convict this person even though you said they're guilty because you're Britain. We're just going to say screw you and your laws.
Well, you know, and I would say, and here I am promoting my book, but it's not, I wrote this for a reason. And that is because this book is my first book, right? And the book on page 45, Simple Battery by Slight Touch, right? And for example, see, here's the thing about jury nullification. What you'll do is you'll get these prosecutors and they'll say, okay, and this book that article or that chapter was inspired by this vision I have of this one prosecutor who says, I learned in law school, right, that all you need is just a little slight touch, and that's enough, and that's a battery, right? All you need, and then they say, now, jury, you've got to uphold the law, and your job is to find whether the facts, and don't question the law. The law is that's enough, and if they touched them, then that's enough, right? And they like to lecture the jury. Now you think about it, if a jury actually did that and actually followed the law, they would be convicting people and putting them in jail for just brushing up against somebody in a subway car?
Exactly.
Really? I mean, and so at some point there has to be a matter of rationale. It's like, I don't give a shit what the law says.
Exactly.
Right? I'm not going to vote guilty on this stupidity.
There's actually a case that I just saw recently where it's two elderly men, two like senior citizens, and a brother poured water on another brother. And they're charging him with like felony assault, and he's likely, like, if he gets convicted, he's likely going to die in prison over pouring water on his brother.
See, and that's so stupid.
It's insane.
It's so stupid.
It's stupid.
There's a lot of stupidity like that.
What made me start thinking about it was when we went over the Kelly case with you. That, if anything, that jury should have acquitted first. Second, they could have, that could have resulted in jury nullification where they say, yeah, I guess this could be neglect, but screw you, he was a dad just walking down the street. We're not convicting him for that.
But there's this real sick thread in our society. Boy, I am really getting old and ugly.
No, not at all.
But there's a sick thread in our society where we really like to we get off on this moral superiority. It's this Karen phenomenon where it's like,
Yes.
how dare he walk his kid drunk? What a terrible father he is, right? Put him in jail, right? It's like this people get off in it's almost this public spectacle of circuses in Rome where we're going to watch the flagellation of the adulteress. And it's like we get off on Meryl. How dare she cheat on that man, right? We're going to stone her. I mean, it's very primitive. It's something odd about humanity that
It's a weird power trip.
It is. It's very odd.
And it's that for me, I guess, that's why I could never be a politician, is because I don't understand that desire to have power over other people. Like, fuck, I don't want to be even in charge of myself half the time. Screw having to be in charge of other people.
I'm not even that good at being in charge of myself
Right?
half the time.
Exactly.
Well, but these prosecutors' offices are filled with people like that. I mean, like they just get off.
Narcissism is a thing, y'all.
I remember this one prosecutor who I just didn't get along with, and it was my downfall. She used to just love to, she just loved to grind. I mean, it was mostly men because we men tend to be in more populating the criminal justice system than the ladies, right?
Yeah.
And mainly because we're more disagreeable and physical.
Peterson.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I will say this real quick. I think men are better at arguing because they can be more logical than women, because women do tend, I'm not saying all women. I'm not saying all women.
Hold on.
And I'm not saying all women.
No, you're talking about on the bell curve of life.
On the bell curve of life, women
I've met some
to
women
be
that
emotional.
are pretty good at arguing.
Well, what women generally, the female tactic is usually social warfare. So, like, let me line up all my troops and you line up all your troops, and we're going to have this social popularity contest and go to battle. And it's kind of a never-ending thing until one of the chickens gets dominant and pecks the person so down that they're on the ground floundering. It's just brutal. So women have a different way of fighting.
Yeah, it's completely different. And I just feel like because men don't have, I'm not a biologist, so don't quote me. But we all know women tend to be more emotional and men tend to be more physical.
Well, I would say more emotionally sophisticated and have more emotional power and strength.
But again, that's not all women, which is why there can be some women like this defense attorney, Nicole, or
she's awesome.
She is amazing.
She's so awesome.
The way that she's finessing that courtroom and the way that she finesses the jurors and the witnesses, it is absolutely beautiful to watch.
Let's be fair, though. Gravely is one of the worst things to come out of the DA.
DA Ballsack. Oh, okay.
DA Gravely is his name.
Wait, what? I don't know who you're talking about.
Fair.
DA
Ballsack.
Ballsack.
We'll go with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
He's one of the worst people
to
possibly be a prosecutor. He has no shame in just
he has no right to practice law, in my opinion.
This is the same guy that produced Binger.
Right. You see it. And actually, I think the best defense attorney that I've ever been around is my buddy Rosemary Peoples. I don't know if you've seen. She is brilliant, and female lawyer, but I mean, she's just relentless and smart and convincing and brilliant. I've interviewed her twice on my channel. Well, no, I've interviewed her once, and she does she's in our capital trial division. Brilliant woman, and she's also been interviewed by Andrew Bronco on his channel.
Nice.
So, and she is just brilliant. So, I mean, it's easy to generalize. So we're talking generalities, and there's a truth in generality, and there's a truth in specificity. So those things operate at different levels. So it's like, well, women are this. Well, I have an exception, and I'm not that. Well, we're not talking. You might be over
There's
here.
always an exception, people. Right. We are never talking about the exception. We are always talking about the general.
The general. We're talking about a bell curve, and where does the bell curve lie within the dynamic? And so I don't know, but I like women. There's a strength in emotion that we men just don't have.
Well, that's for sure.
And it's like, it is a male dominated industry, but man, some of those women that are in that field, they are the most spitfire. And it's like,
there's more women in law school now than men.
Really?
Is it really? Wow. That surprises me.
That's because no men can make it in now because they're all getting kicked out for essay and stuff.
What happens though, a lot of times, Peterson talks a lot about this, is that women tap out at their peak earning age because the dominant women, the women who are brilliant and smart and rocking the world, right? They hit it. They're like 30, 32 years old, and they're making all this money, and they're having to work 80 hours a week, and they're like, this sucks. I'm not happy. And so they tap out and they get married and they have children, and they're like, and they're no longer in the partnership track because they said, okay, this thing that you're promised me that you say is going to make me happy isn't making me happy. And so they change careers mid-course, and the firms are like, please come back. We want you. We want the diversity. But then they get some sense in their heads. And they find out that there's more to life than money. And some men are so pathologically driven, and they just say, money, money, money. And those are the people on the extreme end. So that's why if you're going to have male domination at that top end, it's generally because of those kind of dynamics at work.
But it's this trial.
I'm not watching this at all, so I don't know.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Steve, it's bad. It's worse than Murdaugh.
Kenosha is so well made.
Kenosha, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
It's the same judge as Rittenhouse
that tried the Rittenhouse case.
Okay.
Schroeder, but everybody calls him Schrader, and apparently it's the actual pronunciation, but there's an O, not an A, so I can't do it. It doesn't make sense in my brain.
He's just a funny old guy.
He's made some
questionable calls.
For sure. He's
made some questionable calls, but he's trying.
I think he errs on the side of the system will work itself out. Right?
Yeah.
So if
I remember the Rittenhouse trial, there was some real dirty stuff, and he got real angry, but the prosecutors just laughed at him because it's like, okay, you're all talk and all bark and no bite.
And now we're dealing with that prosecutor's boss.
Yes, this is the actual DA prosecuting this.
Now, what is the charge?
Murder,
and without a body, without
disposing of a body,
There's no witnesses that can claim that. There's no connection.
Cell phone data. There's nothing that puts him in the area. He is being prosecuted because
rumors.
When the ex-girlfriend showed up to the new boyfriend's house and found a bloody scene, she called the cops and said, my ex had something to do with it. And so now he's being prosecuted for his murder.
This trial's been insane.
It's bad, Steve.
There's been these.
They, in the prosecution's opening, they talked about how this apartment was just blood everywhere. It was like painted red blood.
Covering the walls, the ceilings, the floors,
everywhere.
Like Shining.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody was like, oh, it's The Shining. They showed the picture, Steve, and it was like somebody maybe killed a cat.
There was a significant amount of blood, but
it was not. There was nowhere enough blood that somebody died in that apartment.
Not enough near. Right. That amount of blood would not be enough to prove that somebody died from the injury sustained.
And there's no DNA anywhere of the defendant, anywhere at this dude's apartment, anywhere near this dude. There's no blood evidence. There's no DNA.
There's a pinprick of a spot in the
that
back
they
of the guy's
think-
van that they could only test to tell whether it was blood or build a DNA sequence from. They could only get one test, so they went DNA and got that it was likely a male. So the tech that was doing the original sequence claimed that they could with a scientific certainty claim that it was this guy's blood with no justification for the
test
claim
other than it must be blood. It's more likely blood than not.
It's been horrible.
And today, one of the whole points in the prosecution is that he took this dude's body, bagged it up, put it in his minivan, and then dumped it. Their evidence of that is that the carpet in the back of the van is all cut out, and there was that one dot of
that a dude guesstimated it was blood through a picture that was sent to him.
Yeah.
Today we had the federal snitch that testified and claimed that this dude admitted that he stabbed a person who's the state says
it was blunt force
trauma, not stabbing, and that he was having a nightmare in his cell. And you already talked about that. You said that already.
No, I didn't talk about how the DA mouthed his answer. Steve.
Twice. This is the second time that I've caught him doing it.
Steve. The DA mouthed the answer to the question as the witness was giving it.
This is the second time he's done it. He did it to the Jax Teller or the other bald biker looking dude, whatever.
The dude was on the stand. He said, "What did he say in his sleep?" And as the witness is giving the answer, die, motherfucker, die. You see the DA. It pans to the DA for a second, going like mouthing the answers.
It's the second time it's happened in this trial. The second time. Kenosha is dirty as it gets, man.
And then they panned over to the defendant, and he just looked over at his lawyer, and you can see about, what the fuck?
He's got this look on his face where he's like mostly amused by the story that he's hearing.
And basically, this guy has the potential to serve life. And because it's federal, he's serving mandatory minimums. And the only way he can get out of them is if he gets a plea by snitching.
Now, so this guy is a jailhouse informant?
Yeah, he's a jailhouse
He got caught
snitch.
with like 600 pounds of pot and 30 kilograms of coke.
I interviewed, I have an article on this. No, I have an interview with a fellow named Dr. Jeffrey, I think it's Nauschatz, and it's and he has a book on jailhouse informants, and I interviewed him on my Rumble channel about 3 months ago. So if you go back in the thing, it's Dr. Jeffrey Nauschatz, Neuschatz, and we interviewed. He's basically saying jailhouse informants should never be used.
Mm-hmm. And the best part was when the jailhouse informant, he asked, what else did he say? And he said, well, I asked him if he did it by himself, and he said, yeah, he didn't have no help. And then I asked him if his brothers did it, and he said no. And the witness goes, because they said,
because y'all said,
because you said that his brothers helped him, but he said his brothers didn't help him. But you, pointing to the DA, you said that his brothers helped him.
By the way, that snitch's lawyer was not in court today.
Yeah, did not show up. Did not
was also not present at the DA meeting that they had where he
our justice system really is broken. And a lot of it is because the prosecutors are too much power and there's no repercussions for bad behavior. Again, in the book, a book talks about the prosecutorial. Have you read it, Val, or are you just collecting it?
I have not read it, to be completely honest. I started reading it the other day.
Okay, because you can look at look at the How to Present Ethical and Effective Trials, a guide for prosecutors on 217.
Okay.
And that talks about some proposed
See,
solutions.
look,
to
I've
this
got a
dilemma.
place mark. I started reading a
Okay,
chapter
okay,
the other
all
day.
right. Just want to
I honestly did start reading
It's
it.
not
the
a
other day.
book. It's not a door. What do you call it? A doorstop.
Well, listen, sir. This is a rather prized possession of mine.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand. But
But
still, I want you to get the content too. It's not enough to own the book.
No, I owe
Not
you that much. I honestly owe you that much.
No, you don't
I'll,
owe me anything.
I absolutely do. I'll read
No,
it.
no,
I'll read
no,
it.
no.
I swear.
All
but
right, well, don't
I just
swear.
so
Just
and the
do
best part,
do
Steve,
or do not.
There
There is
no
no
try.
the best part, Steve, is he's in there testifying because of this plea agreement that nobody has signed or entered or done anything with.
Well,
He's gonna
that
get.
actually is rather typical. I would say that does happen. What they do is they testify and they have some agreement,
Mm-hmm.
and so okay. Somebody wants the link to my thing. I'll put it in the chat.
The
Um,
defense did a pretty good job of
But like
making sure that everybody understood that
because like everything they tried to ask him, like you did this crime, well, no, I'm gonna fight that. You did this crime, no, I'm gonna fight that. You're gonna do this, yeah, no, I'm gonna fight that. And he's like, but you've agreed to this plea, which you're gonna plead guilty to. And he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna fight some stuff before.
yeah, it
And it's
was
like,
the defense did a good job of blowing that appeal apart out the stand, or
mm-hmm.
the not appeal the plea.
It's bad. And then so the whole crux of this case is that there was carpet
look,
in the van.
look at Rose, man. Is Rose amazing or what?
Rose
Rose
is
is
awesome.
Look, she's got the book and everything laid out. Yeah, that's the
Rose
guy
is
I
awesome.
interviewed on my channel. I'm sorry, I got distracted because it's impressive. Rose, you're amazing.
Oh,
awesome.
Rose and Jean.
GXO is
I don't-
I
I'm pretty sure Jean XO is an AI,
she might
but
be.
we don't talk about that.
She might be.
And then, hey, what's up? We got Cool Frog in the
What up,
house.
Cool Frog?
And Shizzy,
What up,
or
Shizzy?
Right?
She's-
Shizzy
hello,
was
good.
not in the house. But I lost my train of thought.
It's all right. It's cute. Head massage.
Right?
Okay,
I
yes.
just the whole crux of this case is that the daughter, he transported the body in this van. The daughter said there was carpet in the van, and then after this dude was discovered missing, that the carpet was taken out of the van.
But see, you know what the flux of the case is, though.
Well, the DA's witness, which is the defendant's boss, blew that theory apart because
why?
before the murder even happened, she was like, yeah, there was no carpet in the van.
Yeah, today it was.
And he was like, wait.
Gravely was like, wait. Have you ever disclosed that to law enforcement
was
before?
She was like, no, I said the van was gutted. And they're like, and they had to scramble because the whole thing was, there was carpet in the van, and then mysteriously after this dude disappeared, there's no carpet anymore. And now the boss was like,
there's serious need of reform in the prosecution function. One of my solutions is that I think that appellate lawyers and judges and the whole appellate system should have a mandatory reporting requirement for prosecutorial misconduct to the bar for discipline, because it's like, if you're a teacher and there's a kid and there's a report of child abuse, they're like a mandatory reporter. Have you heard of this this type of thing?
Yeah.
And the reason is because there have been instances of child abuse where the teachers say, well, I didn't believe him, or it's not my place, or I don't want to get involved. And so they just said a blanket rule. If you're a teacher and you hear it, you're a mandatory reporter. And I think the same thing could be done in our appellate world. So if I'm doing a case and I see something where I think there's a ethical problem, it's a mandatory report. It's me, it's the AG's office, and it's the judges. All of them should be looking out for these type things, and it should be a mandatory report because nobody wants to get involved. Nobody wants to make the prosecutors angry. Nobody wants to hold anybody accountable. Let's just blow it off. Well, maybe there's two sides to this. There's a million excuses not to do it. But because of that, there's never any reporting, and
Well,
so nobody gets held accountable.
and that's the thing. We need to find a way to be able to hold judges and DAs accountable. We need to be able to, say, hey, you completely reamed this dude for no reason. I mean, I know that people, you can go and sue and all that, but there needs to be able to be more recourse, or there needs to be some type of action for when DAs just absolutely disregard, and when judges disregard uh the truth,
There's
or
there's mandatory minimum sentencing. Why is it not applied on the people charged with enforcing that? Why is
well
that not an equal thing? The
and my
the, the
whole
population of us, right? Like me, if I commit a crime and I
Mhm.
commit several crimes, whatever, and I fall under the category of mandatory sentencing, there's no other option. The judge is forced to put me away for years and years and years. Why is
Yeah.
that not applied on the other end? Why do they
Right. Well,
get free reign?
one of the somebody had brought up, and I might have been in my locals chat. I forget. I've got so many inputs coming at me, but somebody had said somewhere, sometime, in some point in my life, that in Europe, if the if there's a not guilty, that the prosecutor's office has to pay the legal fees, and there's actually reparations given to somebody if they're imprisoned and they're found not guilty.
I like this.
And I think there's something to that, because
Yeah.
now I understand that not guilty
Keep some
doesn't mean
honest.
innocent. But see, the thing is there's also this concept, like this idea that you're talking about in this trial, right? To me, this sounds like, okay, this is a crime that they're still working on.
Mhm.
It's not yet solved, right?
That's
Exactly.
what it
And it's
sounds
like,
like.
and people have this polarity. It's like either they're guilty or they're innocent.
Mhm.
And somewhere in between there's a lot of space between those two worlds. And it's a lot of it is like, well, we've got some evidence. There probably was a crime. This guy might have done it, but the crime is not solved.
Mhm.
That is possible. And in that case, it should be not guilty, but people have lost this. It's like guilty, innocent, guilty, innocent.
Well,
And then, but what happens is that mindset encourages prosecutors to bring weak cases, because
mhm.
people can't say, well, this crime is not solved and not proven, so we're going to say
Mhm.
not guilty, because they want to hold somebody accountable, right?
Well, and the worst part is I am not convinced the dude is dead. I
Really?
haven't
Wow.
They
ever
haven't even proved
nobody,
he's dead. They have
because of
not.
the amount of blood in the apartment, and they have had nobody testify, oh yeah, that amount of blood is
It
would
wasn't enough blood for that.
it
Can,
was
can
not
I
enough blood.
can I ask, is glitter fart related to Flux in some way? It seems when I'm over here, glitter fart is in the chat, and her, it, the unicorn with the rainbows shooting out the butt
Pretty sure Glitter's a
is,
dude.
you think?
Pretty
I
sure.
don't
I
know.
think
I'm
so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
confused.
sure we've talked about it before. I think Glitter's a
Yeah,
guy.
because we love Glitter Fart because he's got such a fun name.
It's a
Yeah.
great name. It's such an
Glitter fart's
image laden name. But
Oh yeah.
but anyway, thank you for ordering my book, you crazy unicorn. Actually, there's a lot of unicorns in here. This is like, you're a
Mhm.
unicorn. Valhalla's a unicorn. I
I'm a
guess I am.
unicorn?
You
You're a
How am I a
unicorn.
unicorn?
Oh, come on.
because uh your online persona is a girl, but your show up is a real dude.
That's only for you though. That's only for you. Also, for legal reasons, I do identify as a woman.
Really?
Oh yes. Oh yes. If I
Well,
ever end
you're
up in
both.
prison, if I don't end up in a woman's prison,
Hey,
you're bigots. All of you are bigots.
that'd be like, throw me in that briar patch, right? It's like,
Mhm.
oh,
Mhm.
don't send me to the women's prison.
But it's crazy. I'm not convinced. This is a very reasonable hypothesis of what happened. The dude comes home, he slips and hits it. He's had two beers because there were two beers on the side of the couch. He's had two beers. He slips, hits his head on the coffee table, which has been moved, hits
This
his
is
head on the
Hayden's theory.
It was my theory first.
Okay, my bad. I'm just saying. Hayden said it on the internet. My bad.
I said it in his chat first in a super chat. Um, he hits his head, sits back on the couch because on the couch there is blood and there's like an indent. Sits back, bleeds, realize he's out of it, realize he's bleeding from the head, leaves his house with a concussion, a lot of blood loss from his head wound, shows up at some random hospital, has amnesia, has no idea what's going on. And this is a real thing. This has happened.
Can I have a story. I have a 100% I experienced this situation.
I was gonna say someone in Jeff's chat was like was like talk was that you?
Yeah, it was me. So in Iraq, I don't really remember a whole lot of this situation, right? So we're in Iraq, and I remember I was in my little room, like the Connex, and I had the AC cranked because it was like 130 fucking degrees or something stupid.
And you're sitting in a metal box.
Right. So it was like one of those, we had like a day off a week so that we could inspect all of our gear and stuff. So it was on a day off, and I'm sitting there watching a movie on my laptop, and there's nobody in the room with me. And like, I realize it's been a couple hours, right? So I get up and I walk outside, and I close the door behind me, and I'm just standing there and I'm looking around, and there's nobody anywhere near me. Oof. And then the next thing I remember, I'm waking up and there's like 20 people above me all looking down at me. Okay, so what happened was I had passed out probably from the heat change and dehydration. That's what the medics told me anyway. And I had fallen backwards, and I had busted the back of my head open on a lock asp, like the locking mechanism. So it knocked me stupid, right? Wow. I ended up walking around. I walked to like the community bathrooms, which were 40 yards away probably. And I was washing and I have a brief memory of this. Now, later, I didn't for a long time, but it dawned on me one time. Anyway, so I'm washing the back of my head in the sink, and there's somebody asking me about like a movie that he borrowed from me, a DVD. And he's like, oh, something's very wrong here, right? And then the next thing I remember is laying in the dirt with a bunch of dudes standing above me like, oh my God. I got medevac to Baghdad, and the moral of the story is I had a pretty significant head wound, and there is at least like a 20, possibly 40-minute period where I was up, moving around, doing things, and had no control over what was happening.
I can beat you on that one. Let me. Can I share?
I was gonna say someone in Jeff's hat did tell me a story of her brother who had got a head wound, was gone for 2 years because he got a head wound, wandered off with amnesia, was gone for 2 years before they were able to be reunited again, and he like started remembering and all that.
That's insane.
One of my good friends, it was at the public defender's office, and when we were buddies and I was prosecuting, his mother died when he was a junior in high school, and he does not remember his entire senior year. And
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, we went to Disney World. I took him to Disney World with us, and he was like, "Wow, this is something." And he was looking around, and he was like, "What's it?" He's like, "Because he says, well, because I was like, have you ever been to Disney before? You should come." So we take him to Disney, right? We're Floridians. That's what we do. Right. And so we took him to Disney. And he's like, I said, well, you've been here before. He's like, well, this is when it came out. He says, well, I have, because in our senior year trip, I came to Disney, and there's photos, like he's in the yearbook, and he has friends, and he had all these friends and people. And he says he doesn't remember any of it. His entire senior year was blacked out.
Wow.
And he's like, he doesn't remember anything about Disney World, but he's like, it happened. He's got a yearbook. He did these things. He passed these classes, but he has no memory of it.
See, and that's why I'm like, I don't think this, because I know these stories of these, you get hit in the head and weird crap happens. Your brain, some snap, like if it doesn't fire right, you're
Well,
gonna
Ozzy outlined it pretty good, right? Like if the way that living room's set up, and maybe this is your idea, Flex. I apologize if it is. No,
apparently
no.
Rose said it
Oh,
first.
looks. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we can just take a. I'm going to move my camera. I think I don't like this camera angle. Now that I'm looking, and you pretty faces here. See, I'm the ugly guy here. You guys are beautiful.
Stop it.
Wait a
Oh,
second.
Stop
we're
it.
all beautiful.
No. You're. I feel like a guy. Remember the toy maker in Blade Runner? All right. All right. Hold on.
I was gonna say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
All right. Well,
There
I'm
you
the
go.
holder.
Well, Hayden laid this out in stream, right? And the way it's set up looks fairly plausible. The dude's walking in the door, he trips,
Wait a second. That's
busts
not
his
right.
head on the coffee table, lays there and bleeds out on the carpet for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
In his haze, stands up, sits down on the couch,
Mm-hmm.
passes out again or whatever, sits there for a while and is bleeding down the back of the couch.
Mm-hmm.
And then's like, oh, I need to go get some help, and walks out the front door.
Yeah, and something that also and for me, because there were the two beers, I think he definitely at some point he tripped, like you said, laid on the floor. But I don't think it was right when he got home. I think he was home,
Well, now, who
had
is
some
this? Who
beers.
is this victim?
Rosalio
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez.
thank
And
you.
what is his deal like? Is he
It's-
wealthy?
it's a-
Is he
Oh,
drug
he
dealer?
owed a
Is he,
lot of he owed a lot of people money. He had like 2 different baby mamas. He was seeing
At
like
least.
3 different women.
His apartment was disgusting.
So I'm thinking that is there a
There's a
a
marijuana
motive
tie
for
for
him
sure.
to? But is there a motive for him to drop out of society and like?
Oh,
assume a new
yeah.
Oh,
identity?
yeah.
Oh yeah, he owes
He owed
everybody
people
money. He
money.
owes child support.
He
The
yeah,
one
this-
the one witness the other day, the one biker looking witness, and I say biker, they're probably not bikers. They're probably just in some,
It's Bike Week in Daytona. We love our bikers.
oh,
Oh,
that
you
sounds
said.
like fun.
Have you
And
heard? Oh my God, it's nuts.
his mom
I
testified.
should come down.
He
for Bike
shared a
Week next
bank
year.
account with his mom. His mom took him to his doctor's appointments and dentist appointment. His mom cut his hair. His mom would give him money for rent.
He would drive his mom's car all the time.
Yeah, he didn't have his own car.
This man is 40 years old, by the way. 40 years old.
And apparently the guy with the most motive was one of the women he was currently seeing. Her ex-boyfriend was jealous of
They're all
the
into-
casual relationship.
They're all laborers. They're all into like demolition construction. So they're just
Nobody's still in the same relationship that they were
No.
within the trial. So it's like,
and they all seem to be sleeping
this-
with each other somehow.
this person was this person's ex-girlfriend who was the
Right.
friend of this person. Like, there is so much hearsay there, and they're all trying, like, the defense is just trying to prove that he's dead to everybody who knows him
Dead to me.
because there's no body, there's nothing.
I'd like to look a little closer at that joint account with mom.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he owed like child support. That was definitely like, mom, hold my money so that like they can't take it.
Well, she might be putting money in there and he might be spending it.
That
And
too.
depending on where they're at, who would know?
I mean, at this point,
I'm not convinced he's dead. I'm not.
I'm not convinced he's dead. I'm far and beyond the witness, the jailhouse snitch,
That dude
said
is so dirty.
he knew he was a killer because he's been around killers, so he knows killers. And the defense
Schroeder
was like,
immediately
"Hello,
was like, "No,
objection."
No.
It was disgusting. I'm like, this dude,
Which I guess all the more proves the importance of jury nullification.
It's seriously, if the jury doesn't acquit, it's like normally a jury acquits, or jury nullification is only jury nullification when it's like the facts are there. Like, there's a video of you holding the gun shooting this dude, and it wasn't like you, hypothetically, you kill an officer. There's a video of you killing an officer, but the people hate the state so much and hate the government so much, they're like, yeah, we see that it's actually murder, but screw you, we're not convicting this dude. And so,
Excuse me for just a second, y'all.
yeah. And so I do know it's tricky because a lot of times the government says, no, 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 you can't do that.
But you don't
And
need. But the thing is that you don't need jury nullification. You just all you need is a jury doing its duty to say the state hasn't proved its case beyond a reasonable doubt.
well, exactly, 100%. I don't believe there's much need for jury nullification, but it's still like, especially with all the like with the January 6th people.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's actually the other way. Those are
but
people that should be not guilty, but
okay,
that are convicted. It's like jury ratification of.
this is what I want to ask you, Steve.
Mhm.
Okay, are you familiar with the QAnon shaman dude?
Yes. Mhm.
So
48 months, 41 months.
like 3 years. So ultimately, the reason that he took a plea deal, was because the government would not disclose that video. They said it threatens security, and that's the whole reason a lot of people are still in prison today, is because they waived their right to a speedy trial, and they weren't able to, because they want those videos. They're like, we need these videos. And the government is like, no, you don't get those videos because they jeopardize national security.
Well,
and they're currently fighting that because they would not release the footage. And so you still have people in jail without a trial because they waived their right to a speedy trial, because they said, no, we need this evidence to prove our innocence. Meanwhile, the QAnon shaman, we all know he wasn't like he didn't seem like the brightest dude.
Actually,
he probably
know a guy
just
that met him.
Huh?
Actually know a guy that met him in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, nice. But it's like with him, it's like he didn't waive his right to a speedy trial, and they didn't have this evidence, and he took a plea because he didn't want to sit in jail anymore and all that. Well, now we have footage of him being escorted like on a tour
by
with police.
No, I understand.
How does that stand? How do you not go, like, how
and
is
his
he
lawyer's
still
never
in jail?
seen that video.
If
the lawyer
he is
never
not,
saw that video
because the government withheld it from him.
Mm-hmm.
How does this happen? And at this point, why hasn't the lawyer gone, and in light of this footage, I asked for immediate relief and to have his sentence overturned in light of this footage, being that he was not, how was he breaking the law? Officers were literally escorting him. There needs to be an uprising.
Smells like a setup.
It's not. Forget the smell. It was a setup.
It is still.
There's no fooling around. It was a setup. It was absolutely a false 100%. Setup. But the thing is that they're throwing the criminal justice system has been weaponized against the citizens. Mm-hmm. They have DC juries who are going to vote guilty on anybody who's a Trump supporter. They're going to you've got DC judges who are not going to give the defendants any time of day. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even sure that the public defender's office isn't infused with anti-Trump people.
Oh,
my office,
is.
You mean feds? Anti-Trump people. You mean the federal government?
Right. But if you're a federal defense attorney, I mean, if they're all on the other side too, how hard are they going to fight for their Trump people too? I mean, I hate to be. It. So who's out there for these January 6 people?
Us. People like us
Megan
on YouTube
Fox
hollering.
I got you, but
Megan
so
Fox.
What? Meanwhile, they're punishing them, and they're teaching all of us citizens a lesson not to mess with the feds.
I mean,
I agree.
That was the whole point of January 6th, was to show you don't mess with the federal government. Watch what happens when you mess. Exactly.
That's why I want to go pet some goats in Tennessee.
Please come. Please come. You're more than welcome, buddy. Always.
You know, I am so I hate the government
I
so
am not.
much.
Look, do you hear me? Do you hear me arguing against you?
No,
No,
no.
no.
I hate what the
I
government has become. The
I do too.
Constitution is the greatest legal document that has ever been written
If
in
which is
human
why I
if
want to
history.
take con law.
oh, you should take con law, man.
I'm
American
yeah,
law courses.
yes.
Did I
I'm
tell you
going
about? Can I maybe make a plug here?
yeah, plug
But
that
it's
because I didn't know about it and I really want to take con law.
yes, American law courses. See, Andrew Bronca and I. Andrew's the one that kind of reeled me into all this stuff. He's
Hmm.
the one. It's his fault.
Well, God bless Bronca.
Yeah, yeah.
Amen.
And Bronca, I can't reveal who it is, but I can tell you that I'm the provost of American law courses.
Hmm.
So basically, I recruit.
That sounds important.
It doesn't sound important. I
It
bought that
does.
title for myself. Bronca's like, he's like, well, Ghazni, what do you want? And I was like, I want to be a provost.
That sounds so important, bro.
So you're talking to a provost here. I want some respect out of you. No. So, anyways, what I did is he was looking for a con law professor. I taught criminal law, and I'll be teaching criminal procedure in August.
Oh,
But in the summer, we're going to do con law, and we're getting ready to start. We're teaching evidence and property right now,
oh, nice.
and then we're teaching con law in the summer. And Andrew was asking me like, who can we get for con law? So I put my little thinking cap on, and I say, okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with like, who, if I had my dream professor to take con law from,
Hmm.
who would that be? And so I thought about it, and I was like, oh, I'm just a wing and a prayer. I'm going to send out a little love letter and say, would you be interested in teaching my con law class for American law courses, right? And I get a yes. And I'm like,
Nice.
I'm super. I will say the secret. This is a very secret. I will give you a little clue. This person
Oh,
is an international woman of mystery, and she is
oh,
cited in my book. She
She's
helped.
also been mentioned on this stream so far, if I'm not mistaken.
No, no,
No? Oh,
no.
Jesus. My bad.
She is really a superstar, and I'm looking forward to revealing this at the appropriate time. But when we start pushing the class, you'll see it. Sign
Cool.
up through my website or through American Law Courses /Steve,
hmm,
because I am the provost. So,
oh,
um,
okie dokie.
Have
but
you
anyway,
not? Is
she is.
that
If you
not been
have the
announced
book,
yet?
she's. Well, we have announced con law. We haven't announced who is the teacher, but I will
Okay.
tell you that the professor, and the neat thing about it's not accredited.
Right.
This is why Flux, you are the person. You need to take this class
Yes.
because
Margaret
you don't
Thatcher.
have to quit your job.
Hmm.
You don't have to take the LSAT. It's
Oh,
it's
yes.
online. It's interactive. So we teach once a week, like for an hour and a half. We talk back and forth. Well, we'd have to dig her up. Oh, Bjork. I love Bjork. How
Stop
does
it. Stop it.
what?
That chick's crazy.
I love Bjork. Bjork is
You,
amazing.
you remember when she like went apeshit and just beat the snot out of that paparazzi guy?
Yeah, that's exactly great. Good for her, man. Um,
Oh,
no,
Lord.
anyways, she's going to be teaching con law. I don't know. I got distracted by Bjork. I love
Sorry.
Bjork,
Sorry.
my Icelandic maiden.
Stop it. She's not even cute. She's kind of
She's
weird.
very cute. I like cute and intriguing. Like she's interesting and she's musical genius, very unique, really impressive. Especially her first four albums. Her first four albums are brilliant.
I believe
Oh,
you.
Crazy
yeah.
but great. Yeah, I love it. I love crazy and great.
Paparazzi deserve it.
Exactly.
They do.
Well, you might not be wrong there. You might not be
So
wrong there.
so take con. Oh, but the thing is, you don't have to quit. It's at your own pace. So it's like an hour and a half on like a Wednesday night or whatever weeknight, and you can replay it if you miss it. So you can But if you're on there, then you can interact with a professor, and it's no political correctness that you get in law schools now. There's no propagandizing, at least not from the left, and you get real meat and potatoes. It's not a bunch of quizzes. It's just substance, meat and potatoes, law. And if you love it, Flux, you would have such a leg up in law school. You would just crush the first year.
See, I couldn't go to law school though
Why?
because it's
You could.
But see, here's the thing: you take American law courses, and you'll either like, "Gee, this is great, I love it," in which case, or you say, "Oh, this sucks, I don't like this," or
Oh my
"I've had
god,
enough." In which case, then you learn, and you haven't quit your job, you haven't taken the LSAT, you haven't spent a lot of money and time and commitment in law school, so you've got a little preview into first year law school through American law courses.
Flux, don't make excuses. If
I've
you
already
found a way to make it happen, you could 1000% make it work.
Well, see, and that's the thing. I already have my degree in criminal justice, so I've already taken the basics of law, which
that gives you a leg up.
Oh my god, I love my fate. I love court.
Mrs.
So
Flux,
much.
if you're listening, tell her to go to law school.
She doesn't listen to this shit.
She might. She might see it one day.
She might, but I think
Mrs. Valhalla doesn't listen to anything I do either.
Yeah, no, she's like, no, you have fun with your internet friends. I'm just gonna,
Well, and let me push back a little bit because I'm all yay, go American law courses. On the other hand, the law is not exactly a fun place. Okay?
Oh no, it's horrible.
Yeah, so there is a reason that it's the highest levels of alcoholism and drug abuse in all the major professions.
Well, I already got part of that covered at least, right?
That's right. So you're already halfway there.
Exactly. I got the unfun parts covered. Now I just got to worry about the law part.
Oh man, but it's like I very much see, and I grew up with Perry Mason, Matlock, and Judge Judy. Literally, like
you grew up with Matlock. What the fuck is wrong with you, Flux? That's like a 90-year-old show.
I know, she's so cool.
I grew up homeschooled. That was the problem.
No,
Every day.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
I loved it so much. It was amazing. Every day at noon, we would take our lunch break, and at noon, Perry Mason was on. So we'd watch Perry Mason for our lunch break. And then we typically finish school, around like 1 or 2 or whatever. And then at 3, Judge Judy was on, and 4 it was Matlock.
Judge Judy was awesome.
Aren't you near like Aberdeen?
I am. Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking for law schools near you.
Oh, yeah, because and that's the thing. I'm right by Aberdeen Proving Grounds, so they do...
What if we crowdfunded a Flux Goes to Law School?
Oh, God.
But at least, how about Flux Goes to American Law Courses?
Oh.
Hey.
Flux takes a law class.
That's right. You should do that.
I'm looking up American law right now.
I like what's going on
American
here.
law courses. I do too. This is interesting. I
like this idea.
Well, okay, so I've always floated the idea of law school, and because ultimately, in the end, being a lawyer is being a storyteller, and the best storyteller wins.
A trial lawyer.
Sort of.
Well, there's limitations to the story, though.
You're given the narrative.
No,
it's your story.
Yeah, you're given the bullet points of your story, and you just have to fill in the paragraphs.
There'd be a lot of content.
Exactly. That's what a whole trial is. And so I think I mean,
well, this is the thing. Dip your little toe into it, or your big toe. American law courses. That's what it's for. It's for people who are interested, but you don't want to fully commit and quit your job and quit everything you're doing. Take it, learn it, live it, love it, or not. And then if you love it, then you have pre-prepared yourself for first year law school, and you will blow everybody else away. If you take it and you're saying, this isn't for me, or I don't want to go forward, you haven't disrupted your whole life. Yeah, there it is.
Look at this.
But you got to go through my site.
Okay. I'll go. Stephen N. Gosney, right?
Yes, it's Steve Gosney.
CrimeLaw.net.
No, it's not that anymore, right? It's only.
Oh, you can bundle the classes?
Yes.
I'm so behind.
Yeah, it's SteveGosney.com. Come on, Valhalla, you know this.
I'm so bad.
Go to SteveGosney.com.
All right, we're gonna go to SteveGosney.com.
This is so nice. You guys are so sweet.
Steve,
you're
amazing, bro.
I am a huge proponent of personal freedoms and law, and the only way you can be free in this country is to know the law.
Look down. Nope, that's wrong. The first way is to get my book Prepare.
Yes, the first way is to get this amazing new book. Look, guys, it's super easy. All you have to go do is StevenGosney.com, right? Just go there.
Can
And
I
look right here. Boom. You can just
Go
right
on.
now,
What do you
guys.
think about my little logo there?
I was about to talk about your logo, Steve.
What do you think about my
I'm
logo?
going to share with the audience Steve Gosney, and I don't know how much pull I had in this matter or anything, but he sent me 3 images for a cover art, and this is the one that I chose out of the 3.
Hey.
I don't know if that had any input on his decision,
Just
but that's a
saying.
true story, y'all. That's a true story.
Valhalla and Flux are both in the book.
Hey.
I
And
could read you the quotes on it. I did get pre-permission for both of you to put.
You
can
did.
I
You did.
can I say that I had the honor of painting the image?
I know, it's so
Yeah,
sad. Oh, my
that
my
sucks.
broken image.
It's okay. I'm going to paint you another one.
Okay, well, it's beautiful, and I cherish this. This is the sweetest thing. Look at here. Look at here, Flux. Isn't that so sweet? She's so beautiful.
Can I see it? Can you hold it up real quick?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
on
good,
this
Flux.
on camera the slash doesn't look that bad.
That's
Well,
so good, Flux.
it's pretty darn bad.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Wow.
Yes, Nick did come through.
You
So
finished it?
Yes, Nick did the forward.
Good.
It's at the printer now. But
Yeah.
Nice.
it's about 3 weeks out from shipping. But go on down. I want to show you something. So scroll down. Keep
Mm-hmm.
scrolling. Keep scrolling. Okay, you look. Keep going.
Oh.
I say, see quick links there. Check out American law courses. Click on that right there. That's my links. That's all the different places.
Ooh.
Click.
There we
There
go.
you go. See there?
Oh. Yeah,
So
the
the con law is not up yet. So when we start, just keep an eye out for it.
Oh, wait, can I reserve a seat?
Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. We haven't really started promoting it yet because it's, usually you wait for, a month to 2 weeks out or something. But
Hey, just so everybody can see, because maybe the viewers like to go to law school or at least take a law course. So
it's
guys,
the concept here. It's first year law courses without the propaganda and without the commitment. It's at a fraction of the price. Now they're not cheap, but I teach criminal law and criminal procedure. We have the best. Legal Mindset is teaching property.
Oh,
Really?
And yes, and he's quite an effective real estate lawyer. I don't know if you know that, but he was a major real estate lawyer. And then my buddy Brian Bellinger is teaching evidence. We have a great con law professor, and then I'm coming back in August.
ooh, oh, all constitutional law fall dates TBD.
Right. So that's we've already got our professor lined up. We just haven't started promoting it yet.
Nice.
But the idea here is that you get first year law.
Criminal law course is what I might need to take.
Oh, what a shyster!
Look at that guy.
What? Look at that! Look at that
Look at him
beautiful
looking all
three-piece suit.
dapper.
Oh my! I mean, look at him. He's got a beautiful three-piece suit.
I know. This guy's he's one of these top 5% men that gets all the ladies. This guy.
Is that jacket buttoned? It better
No.
not be buttoned.
His vest is buttoned. It looks good.
Okay.
It looks good. No, his vest is buttoned.
I was gonna say you don't sit down with the button jacket. Even I know that.
No.
This is the guy that we guys, all us guys, are jealous of because all us poor schlubs. Then here's this guy, and the ladies are like, "Oh, let me go buy you a drink."
For a while, I worked at Men's Warehouse just as a side job.
Did you really?
I did. So I'm very into
text you after this.
Okay.
I have a story. We have to talk.
Okay. I'm very into does the suit look right? Does it fit right? How does the combo look with the tie? I don't know if it's just the camera or if it's just me that I see a purple hue to the shirt. Because if it was a purple hue, just a light lavender, I think that would add a nice accent. He's got a nice timepiece here for men's fashion.
I'm just saying that if I was a chick, this guy would definitely be on the radar. Straight.
I'm not a chick.
I was
on
gonna
my
say.
radar.
I mean, I think he looks nice.
And I'm not a good judge. Oh, there's a guy. Look at that.
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he's kind of degenerate. Oh, there's Ryan.
Wow, that's a big picture.
Yeah, that's a big picture. We got a little imbalance here going on.
I know we got just Steve
That
over
reminds
there
me
on
of
Dapper.
that reminds me of A League of Their Own when they're doing all the player profiles and they put the one
Oh,
chick
yep,
way out in the outfield.
yep, yep.
Ryan's our evidence professor, and
Oh, that's funny.
Are
but
these
wait
the
until
same?
you con law's coming up, and if you really want to rock con law, there
Yeah,
is.
I think I'm gonna sign up for con law because I love constitutional law is where I'm most passionate because it does have to do with our freedoms as Americans, and
Right.
because I did serve the country, and it's like that's all I want is American freedom.
And I will
Like,
tell you that that class has everybody excited in our, like, the Broncos and myself. We're all going to be attending as students in that class.
oh really?
Oh, because this professor that I recruited is just if you were to take it from anybody on earth, this is the person you want to take it from. She is a constitutional expert. She is an expert um, on the Lockean foundations.
Can you tell us in private chat?
I could.
Okay.
He's not going to though, are you?
Well, I don't know.
Right.
Maybe we
I
should
won't
do
say
one of
nothing.
those. Maybe we should do one of those, like, if you sell 5 books, then I'll sell Flux in private chat. Like one of those. I'm not answering any chats unless it's $50 or more.
Oh man.
You've already, actually, you know what? Your people have already bought some of my books. So, do you think
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, chat? I am now on the list of people who sell books for Steve.
Yeah,
Go team.
Yeah.
Yes,
I still stand at -1.
That's true. I think you have sold 3 books.
Hey.
So we
Good
say
job, chat.
sold 2 more, and I will reveal to Flux and Valhalla in private chat who the con law professor is.
Oh, 2 of y'all buy this book.
Come on, guys. I just need 2 of you to buy the book. I'm really nosy. I need to know.
Same. I have suspicions, but I don't want to. I don't know.
And you know what? Next time you're on Vices, if you sell 5 books, you can go on Legal Mindset, or you can go on Jeff's show on Legal Vices, and you can say, "Okay, Jeff," because Jeff, he has the 45 books in 4 hours.
Well, yeah. I got 3 books
but you
and
can say,
1.5.
But you could say I have 5 books, but I've only got 1,000 subscribers. So that means that you've sold like percent.
Yeah, because
he says he beat
nothing.
He beat Nick on a per capita basis, but then you can go on there and say, I beat you, Jeff, on a per capita
basis.
Get it, Flux.
Hell yeah.
See there, so get on it, chat.
Yes. Yes, I can be monetized.
You have to have so many watch hours. You have to have 4,000 watch hours.
Yep, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, Susan took away 200 of my watch hours. What? So I lost my watch hours, so I need to get a few more watch hours.
Which is why we're here now, and I should have my phone playing this shit too.
No.
Damn it.
But no, so I just need some more watch hours, which I'll get them by the end of this month. So, I'll be monetized.
See, I don't play the YouTube game. I'm just over on Rumble in my little world. Oh, and can you come party with me, guys?
Yes.
I need some playmates. Because I was sort of down yesterday. I don't know if anybody saw my little ranting thing yesterday, but I was ranting. I was under pressure. I'm under so much pressure. But anyway, so I'm instead I said Friday, I'm going to have a celebration. We're going to have a celebration stream at 8 p.m. and I'm going to have I'm going to celebrate. I have 6,000 Rumble followers.
Nice.
Which is cool. Yeah. And the book is off to the printer, and Nick wrote the foreword, and I'm happy. So we're going to.
That sounds like a reason to celebrate, bro.
Yeah, those are all good celebrations. So I want you and Valhalla to be on my celebration.
I'll be there.
Absolutely.
Right. Hell yeah. We're gonna party like it's 1999.
Did you see Farmhand Tom's mashup with me as Prince?
No. Did he do one of those?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta look at that.
I'll see if I can find it for you.
Wait, Steve, how many books have you sold?
Oh, I don't know. I can check. You want me to check?
Yeah.
All right, I'll check. Hold on.
What are your hours at, Flux?
Oh, you said somebody. Oh, one more, and you get
one more, y'all. Come on, one of you got this. One of you
Come
got
on,
this. I need
guys.
to know this information, people. I have
35.
suspicions.
Oh, she took away 500 because I was at like almost 9, or I was at almost 1,000 or 4,000, and I'm back down to 3,500.
What does that mean?
Are your videos lapsing? Has it been a year since you started streaming? I don't think it has it?
Mm-mm.
No. I think you're at like 8 months or something, right?
Yeah.
I know too. That came too naturally.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever. It's
Whatever.
I'll get my hours. I'm not worried. You guys like hanging out here. I like hanging out here. I'm
Flux,
not
I'll
worried
hang out
about
with you
it.
anytime, babe.
Oh,
Anytime.
hell yeah. And then I was gonna say Saturday, let's all stream, but it's the local lesbian. So you guys will have to.
But I have my
pretty sure-
lesbian badge. Come
I'm
on.
pretty sure me and
That's
Steve
true.
qualify on the lesbian show. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I don't want to horn in on the action of the ladies.
That's fair.
Uh,
I would
well,
like to
it's
meet
funny
Mrs. Flux one
because-
day.
I've
Yeah.
seen her around. She's around. There's
seen her.
there's the link to Farmhand Tom's video of me as
Nice.
Prince.
Ooh,
hold
pause.
on, let me.
Oh, that's
Oh my
creepy.
God.
That's so creepy.
Oh my god. Hold on.
I don't like
Hold
it.
on. I'm
I
gonna
don't
play. I
like
gotta
it.
put this. Hold on. Oh my god.
It is creepy.
This is This is interesting. Chat, you guys gotta see this.
I'm so scared. This weekend we lose an hour. Yes, this weekend is
No, I don't want to
Oh.
lose.
daylight savings time.
Yeah, I really don't want to lose an hour. All right, guys, are you ready for this? I don't think you guys are ready for this. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Can you recognize me in that?
Yes,
Kind of.
a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome. That's
Well,
funny.
it looks like you actually sold your quota.
Oh, we get to know.
You sold
Thank y'all.
5 books, and not only
Thanks,
that,
Chad.
but you have to bring it up with Jeff so that just to
Yes.
pop his little balloon.
Oh,
as far as,
absolutely.
Oh.
Flux.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna harp on him so bad.
Bragging
because-
rights forever.
He beat Nick and I beat him. So who's
Flux
really
is-
the champion, guys?
Flux is
I'm-
king.
I'm
Flux
king.
is king.
No, I'm not a dude. I'm not a biologist, but I know I'm
Listen,
not a dude. I
If
know
I'm
I
a
don't
woman,
have.
you can be king.
We can be heroes
we're stunning and brave.
just for one day.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Oh, we get to know what it is. And
So there
Chad,
you go.
y'all are
chat.
awesome. I appreciate
All right, who is it?
You check out the qualifications there, and I will tell you, this
Holy
person is
cow.
a scorched earth, and I'll give you more on this, okay? Because that's impressive enough, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Check out the courses that she teaches, and the scholarly. I mean,
Oh, shit.
Check out. I got something else I want to show you though, okay? Because that's pretty cool.
I need to go to con law.
Hey, here, let me show you one more thing though that you might.
I gotta go to con law, guys. Everybody needs to go to con law.
This person also has a live stream
Oh,
that they do, okay?
Really?
And yes, and I'm gonna send you. I'll show you this, and I'll put the name that she operates under.
oh, and really quick, this is 100% off topic. But I wanted you guys to tell, or Steve, I wanted to get your opinion on this DA.
Okay.
Hold on. I spelled it wrong.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you to the Flux chat for buying some books. I didn't expect that today. This was just coming on to be with my buddy Flux, and to mourn the beautiful picture that she sent me, and to celebrate the one she's going to, and to invite my friend Valhalla and Flux to my party tomorrow night on Rumble.
Absolutely.
And just to be hanging out on a topic of something that I actually know something about. So what
nice.
is the which
this is D.A. Sumi.
Sumi? That's great name.
I just thought that was funny. I was looking for someone the other day.
I saw this the other day. What is this?
I was looking for D.A. Sue Opper, and she popped up, and it was just like, oh, D.A. Sue, and I looked. It was like talking about Sue Me, and reading, and I'm like, oh, I get it, Sue Me. She's a DA. Ha.
Here, let me give you a couple shout outs here. Thank you to Kara, Andrew, Jordan, Vincent, and Steve.
Hey, Steve did it.
Y'all are
well,
awesome.
that was in reverse order. It was actually Steve, Vincent, Jordan, Andrew, and Kara.
Oh, so, Kara did it.
Kara. So I can't, no last names. I'm not outing anybody, but you know who you are.
We appreciate you. Thanks,
I think that's what I said to you when I first bought your book. What's think in like the initial, like when I put my name, I was like my real name and then my screen name, so you would know who I am. And I was like, please don't say my real name.
That's what
it was funny.
That's what I said that to you. And I also said it to Megan Fox of all people. I was like, please don't dox me.
Which I'm like,
she got a kick out of it.
I've been talking about doxing myself, but I'm like,
you want me to do it right now?
No.
I'll do it right now.
Have you ever been on Megan Fox's show?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys? Really? Both you guys? Look at you guys.
Actually, yeah.
Have you been?
Yeah, she invited me when we were doing the drunk State of the Union.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep, because that was garbage. And
and also, didn't you hang out with Danny on Direct?
Oh yeah, Danny's my internet waifu.
She made me a mod on her last live stream, but
nice.
I don't think she trusts me.
Do you have her current email? Because I think I don't have it anymore.
I talked to her on Twitter, but I'll ask her.
Tell her to email me, because I'm not sure if I have her current email. I need to talk. And I'll say I met Danny out in Vegas.
Oh, is she?
And she is real. See, I gotta say, I kind of misjudged her a little bit, and I'm always saying this. It's old news by now, but when you meet somebody like that, look, she's smart, she's beautiful, she's got it all going. She's dynamic, she's telegenic, she's well. I mean, she's just kind of got the whole package. And so, of course, you can misjudge people because you're like, oh, this woman's got her path is paved with gold and she's privileged and all that. But I've talked to her, and she's actually got a lot of substance and a lot of depth to her. And her husband is really cool. And I would say that that choice alone to me is like that makes you do a double take and say, now wait a second. She's not just some flighty, pretty girl. She's like a very thoughtful, deep person. And she's had a lot of interesting kind of character-making dramas in her past. And those are precious things. I mean, and like, I'll talk about Valhalla here.
Precious is a weird word for that in my personal experience.
Well, it sounds like that, and you're saying that, right? But those things that you have, those experiences that you have, even though they can be tremendously negative, God has a way of making them and turning them into something that's also a source of identity and strength and challenge and mission. You can take those things in your life and you can make them, or you can either let them destroy you, or you can reform them into something positive and good in the world. And I think that's one of the things I really admire about Valhalla, because he has had some harsh cards dealt in his life, right? For better or worse, outside his control. But look, he's chosen to take the path of baby goats. and I mean, what a wonderful direction he's taken his life. Now, why? How? It's a mystery. It's God's mystery, right? But the fact is that he's not going to let the world destroy him. He's going to take it and raise these beautiful little baby goats that I can't wait to pet. And bring some loveliness to the world and build those Legos. Look at those Legos behind him.
Oh, yeah. Those are awesome. Yeah. Danny can also fly a plane.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
the girl's
She's a
got it
pilot.
all. You know, some
Yeah.
people have all the cards, but she doesn't have. It's not like she doesn't have negative cards. She has some really traumas in her
But
life.
like, she's not even
Everybody.
braggy either.
Right? No,
Everybody
she's
has negatives in their life. You know
Yeah.
what? I gave her an idea when she was first starting, and she was looking. They were talking about like a new name, and I told her she should have went with Lawfordite.
Oh yeah.
lost
And
one
she
time.
didn't. She didn't do it.
Yeah.
She didn't
Oh,
take it, but she was
I
excited about
remember
it
that.
at the time.
I was like,
I do remember
Yeah.
that too. I thought that was pretty good.
that was
I thought it was
such
pretty
a
good.
great name. Yeah. I'd
But
agree.
she. I don't know. I'm just my fandom has increased with her because when I first met her, I was like, I don't know. Because there's so many pretty faces out there. Let's admit it. You know, you're a pretty girl, you're going to get 10,000 subs, right? So I'm like, okay, here's just somebody who's used to get it. But no, she is a substantive person who's smart, who is passionate about her beliefs and is well grounded. And I know that you're her buddy, her what would you call it?
Her waifu, internet waifu.
Well, but does the other waifu get a little jealous about that?
Those
Oh
aren't
no,
the same thing.
she doesn't
Those
care.
aren't the same thing.
She
doesn't-
yeah. Yeah,
A waifu
she's
is different.
She's like, okay, whatever you do to make you feel special. I'm like, okay.
That's fun.
I look forward to streaming with Danny someday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
she's
made
got to
me
start
a-
streaming soon again because I
Her
miss
last,
her content.
her last live stream, I was there and she was getting some prawn bots and I was like, I'll be a mod for you, no problem. And she made me a mod and it worked out.
Nice.
So hopefully I built a little. I'm not a horrible person. You can trust me. That's
Oh,
what I was
no.
going for.
Man.
Well, she's now working in private practice, and that's pretty all consuming. And so I haven't seen her around as much because
It's hard.
it's hard, and private practice sucks. There's a reason I did private practice for 6 years, and I am so happy I'm not billables and billing in 6-minute increments. Oh, it sucks.
Oh God, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, you don't have any clue. Every 6 minutes, you sit there and work for 10 and a half hours, and then you look down at your timesheet, you've got 4.5 written down.
Oh,
And then your boss is like, why aren't you billing the hours? Ugh,
that's terrible.
yeah.
Well, I am gonna wrap it up because I do have to get ready for bed, and I gotta go to work in the morning so that I can be nice and refreshed and get a lot of sleep so that I can stay awake for a good, long, fun night stream tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, tomorrow. That's my stream. Hey,
Yeah.
that'd be great. Okay.
That is
Yeah,
tomorrow.
for yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time?
Friday at 8 o'clock. I'm just going to say
And
it.
see, I love because Steve, you're probably, I think you and Val are probably like some of the only people on the same like time zone as me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And everybody, and so like I'm like, oh, when Steve says 8 o'clock, he means 8 o'clock.
8 p.m.
It's so
Eastern
good.
Standard Time, Friday.
Yep.
Megan
On a,
Fox is Eastern time as well.
yes, on a Rumble
Oh, that's
channel
right, she
near
is
you.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Actually, she wants me to come on her show, but maybe I'll jump over there if you're shutting down.
yeah,
Tell her
yeah.
hi.
Yeah, go have fun. Tell her hi.
She's watching a school board meeting. I don't know. I'd rather be here
Ooh.
talking.
Oh, she has some good comments though, and she with her school stuff and her family court system has really opened my eyes. And she did a stream recently with Jeff and a case, and whoo, it is a good thing I have. Family court, man. That's a whole other beast.
Oh my God, you're not
That's
kidding.
a
Well, there's a
whole-
Danny on area too. She's doing family law. It sucks. Seeing people that used to
Family
love each
law
other
would work.
warring. It's like,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Well, chat, guys, it's been amazing. I've
Okay.
had fun. We've learned
one more check. I'm going to check one more time just to see
Oh,
if any,
yes.
because you right now you are at 5 orders with at 1,000 subscribers. So what is the percentage there? That's pretty good.
0.5%.
That's like your chance of winning an appeal.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 out of 1,000. That's right on the money.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I'm so gonna I'm gonna like
Rub it
gonna
in
yell.
for Jeff.
oh
I'm
yeah.
right? It's 0.5%. The math's right on that.
Yeah, well, it's 6 out of 1,000 is the percentage for actually winning on appeal, which means you go back for a new trial and then you go.
Oh my god, I saw that I just finished that chapter where it was 6 in
Yeah, that's
1,000 appeals win. And
Right.
I was like, oh my God. And I was sitting there reading it and I'm like, Mrs. Flux, 6 in 1,000. And she's like, okay. And I'm like,
Good story.
appeals. And
Good
she goes,
story.
okay. And I'm like, that's terrible. But
Well,
yes,
well, you finished the book then. That's the last chapter. Or are you skipping around?
I'm skipping around a little bit.
Yeah. Actually, this book is meant to be skipped around. Okay, this one here,
I've already
and
finished it once, and I'm skipping around. Oh.
This one here is a read front to back in order, but this one is a skip around. You can skip from chapter to chapter. So
soon, Shizzy, I'll get you on soon.
Shizzy's
we'll talk.
fun.
We'll talk.
I like him a lot.
Oh yeah,
He's
he's cool. Absolutely.
I'm-
But guys, Steve's book, prepare, pre-order it. Val.
oh, and if you get pre-order, they're going to have, it's all gold foil. It's a $2 per book upgrade, and that's because of my buddies. My buddies have donated ridiculous. Let's go. Definitely not Brandon and Patrick. Both donated $1,000.
Oh wow.
The Brandon Collective.
Yes, to give, and I said, well, what am I going to do with this aside from buy another base?
I was there.
And I said, I'm going to upgrade the covers for anybody who pre-orders. They're all going to be signed, and they're all going to have a gold foil cover, which is a $2 option on each book.
Do I get one of those?
Yes, you will.
Ooh.
You will. Absolutely. You're in like Flynn. Valhalla, you're not getting anything.
I didn't expect it.
Guys, thank you for being here tonight. Everybody, have a great night. I hope you learned a little bit about something. I mean, we talked about a lot. The jury nullification is always what?
Okay, I'm going to grift for a second, and then I have one final thought.
Yes.
The grift is simply this. Valhalla waits, YouTube, Rumble, Goat Videos, go check it out. On Saturday, I have a show with Sleazy on Sleazy Society about cryptids.
Ooh.
And my final thought is this. Jury nullification is simply put the juror's power, the citizen's power to enforce the spirit of the law rather than the
technical.
Thank you.
Rather
than the technical aspect of the law.
I like it. Guys.
And that's what I got.
Well stated.
Don't forget, guys, be excellent to each other and party on. Thanks for hanging out.
Later, chat.